All right, quiet on set.
Audio rolling.
3, 2, 1.
Hey Judge, I wanted to say that the last 4 years have been the happiest of my life, and that I really try to do what I do by like how enjoyable it is and like how much I'm gonna remember it by. And that's one of the reasons why I chose steel drums.
You know, I remember this one time we just finished a concert and we were back in class and we just finished playing this song, and Dodge stopped us and was like, he told us this story about how he and his friend were sitting on his porch and they were talking to birds. And if that's not a summary of what Dodge is, then I don't know what is.
I love how he's just so energetic, and he's that kind of goofy guy who will make like his whole class watch him stop what they're doing and watch him eat a banana.
What I like about Dodge is like during class, like he'll have fun and like have a good time, but like when it's time to come down to business and get all our songs done, like he's ready to work and help us do all the songs.
Dodge is the only teacher that will notice people's clothes and will start up a conversation about someone's random t-shirt, and we'll know everything about it, and everybody just starts talking about it.
Dodge is a super kind and understanding person. He just cares about everyone in general, and I really admire about him. Like if you're having a bad day, he'll ask you about it, and I think that's really cool.
Well, I think Dodge is the most knowledgeable person on this entire planet. So just like listening to him talk is like listening to Jesus talk to me.
I think a really thing that stood out to me with Dodge is that he teaches, even if you don't have any music experience, he still teaches you to where you learn how to play music and you have fun with it. And if you do have musical experience, he helps you open up your horizons and learn more about it and see things in a different way. And it's a nice feeling to have, and have him be able to teach you and learn.
Dodge is a real people person. He always builds strong personal relationship with all the students. And I think that's really important. That's something he's passed on to me throughout the 4 years I've been with him. And not only that, he's great at analyzing our personalities and helps us become better people and bring the best part of ourselves out and give it back to the community with our gigs.
Dodge has taught me a lot these last 4 years, but the thing that has resonated with me the most isn't what he's teaching, but how he teaches it, in that giving 100% and being passionate about what you're doing is one of the most important things in life.
What separates us from other bands is that Mr. Dodge has taught us that part of enjoying music is being able to enjoy it with your whole body. It gives the band more excitement and the audience a lot more joy.
Mr. Dodge taught me how to take responsibility for my actions and my commitments. And more than that, he showed me how a person does that. There's a real sense of community that he gives off, and that's invaluable to me.
Mr. Dodge and his program have had a huge impact on both my life and my high school experience. He not only teaches us music in a way that is so different from anything else, but he also teaches us how to just be really good people and how to treat others well and just exert positive energy into the world. And I think his main goal in teaching us is just to have us leave his class and graduate knowing how to be good people and how to treat others with respect.
It's been an amazing experience to play with Joe Bear for the past 4 years. It's really great to create music with my friends and put smiles on people's faces.
I can honestly say that Mr. Dodge's class has been my favorite class I've ever had. Not only have we had the opportunity to play a really unique instrument, but Mr. Dodge also puts effort into teaching us super valuable life lessons, and those lessons will carry with me for the rest of my life.
Being a part of the Steel Drums program has definitely changed my life. I didn't expect to love it as much as I have these past 3 years. Dodge, you've been such an influential person, pushing me to do stuff that I've never done before. I've always wanted to play an instrument, and steel drums is the coolest instrument I think I've ever heard. So I thank you for that.
Yeah, definitely being in the Steel Drums program has taught me a lot over the past 4 years. I've had a lot of opportunities and experiences I could have never imagined possible, and I appreciate you for what you do, Dodge. You're such an amazing teacher, and you definitely push us to do the best that we can do. I've grown close to so many people over the past 4 years, and we've shared nothing but laughs and great experiences, and I'm so thankful to be part of the program run by part of a great program ran by an amazing teacher.
Dodge is so much more than just a teacher to me. He's more like a father figure, a person I look up to and a person I respect. He's also a person whose respect I wish to gain.
Something that inspires me about Mr. Dodge is that he's so passionate. When we're playing a song, I just look over at him and I see him with his eyes closed and looking up and just swaying to the music. And you can just see how passionate he is about something, and that has inspired me to continue to be passionate.
So Dodge really inspires me to do anything I set my mind to, because he does all these things. He does all this stuff for the program. He sets up the gigs. He makes sure everyone's happy and playing steel drums. He's a musician himself. He writes his own music. He plays his own gigs. He's in multiple bands, so I know I can do anything I set my mind to if he can do all these other things.
Dodge has been a huge inspiration to me as a person and as an individual, because in class he just shows how much he cares about us and how much he has fun with us, and his heart is just so big, and he just shares all of his love with all of us, and it really, really helped me through all these years.
I walked into steel drums one time, and Dodge was bouncing this ball, and he wouldn't tell us why, but he wanted me to record a video just to see like how the ball bounced, I guess, and so I recorded in slow motion, and he somehow related that to this life lesson, and that is the best way that I could sum up steel drums. He's just always teaching us things about life, even if it's a random example.
I remember when Dodge made the whole class eat Vegemite, and whoever ate a dollop of Vegemite on their finger got $1. That didn't really teach me anything. It only taught me that Vegemite is extremely gross, and I have no idea why Australians eat it, but it's a memory that's going to stick with me forever. So thank you, Dodge. I have enjoyed these 3 years with you. You are a good human.
Vegemite, really, Dodge? I remember when we soloed it together on Oye during first period when we were teaching them. And I remember being so terrified because we were soloing it together, and I was like, how am I going to beat this guy? How am I going to do good? It's Dodge. But I did it, and it was fun because I was with you. And I remember being so shy during freshman year, and now I could just be myself because you brought me out of my comfort zone.
So I'm really good at cowbell, and my fellow peers don't think so. But Dodge, you believe in me. You believe in my cowbell skills, and it warms my heart.
Going into the steel drum program, I feel Mr. Dodge has always had faith in me. I never saw myself as the best player or the most strongest player, but Mr. Dodge has shown me that no matter how hard things may get at times, as long as I be the best person I can be, I can overcome anything. And I really feel I can apply this outside the steel drum room, just to life in general. And for that, I thank Mr. Dodge. Mr. Dodge has taught me how to put faith in myself.
Mr. Dodge, when I first came into your classroom, I was so lost as a person or as a musician, and you showed me a new path for myself and for my craft. And I can never thank you enough for being the most amazing mentor a person could ever ask for.
Thank you, Dodge.
Thanks, Dodge.
Thank you, Mr. Dodge. Thank you, Dodge.
Thanks, Dodge.
Thank you, Dodge.